Hey guys, it's me again from Anewyoricanthing kitchen. Welcome back. Today we're going to be making arroz con gandules and some pork in the rice, which is delicious. What are you going to need? I bought pork hocks. Now if you can't find this, that's fine. You can use pieces of pork. You could even use a pork chop, cut it up and we're going to dice it up. You're going to need, of course, sofrito. You're going to need some sazon. If you're buying the packet already pre-packaged, you're going to use 2 of those. If you're making homemade, it's about 2 tablespoons. And I started boiling gandules. Now, if you can't find the frozen gandules, you can certainly use the ones from the can. I've already started boiling it. So if you do buy the frozen, you're going to boil it for about 15 minutes on a low-medium heat. Medium-high heat, really. And I did add a little bit of salt. So I already started boiling it. Like it to get a little soft. Takes about 15 minutes. But don't be too concerned about being extra soft because it is going to cook in the rice. First thing we're going to do is we are going to cut up this meat. So I do like to get the pork hocks because it has some of the skin on it, which I do kind of enjoy because you make it like a chicharron kind of thing. So you just want to cut it in medium-sized pieces. You can cut it smaller. Depends on how much in the rice you want. So that's really up to you. And I think probably just 1 piece is going to be enough for the rice. So I do, as you can see, I do keep the skin on there because I want it to kind of crunch up. In the meantime, your gandules are boiling, so you should be able to fry this up. So in the pork hock, there is a bone. Feel it there. I'm just going to cut around the bone. I don't want that in my rice. If you want, there's some extra pieces of fat. You can cut that up as well and just put it in your rice. So 1 is probably going to be enough, but that's up to you. Again, how much meat do you want in your rice? Sometimes I don't find this and I'll just use a pork chop. And I usually use like 1 pork chop and cut it up and throw it in my rice. So that's it, guys. This is all I'm going to put in there. You can add more if you want. That's fine. So I'm going to warm up my caldero, okay? And I did rinse the meat off, and I just want to kind of dry it a little bit because it's going to pop. Because we are adding, water to a hot pot. So it may pop. And what you want to do is just cook that. Okay? I have it on a medium-high heat, as you can see. I have a new kitchen, so I'm getting used to my gas stove. I've been cooking on electric stove for so long, it actually took me a moment to get back how to cook on gas. So if you guys are cooking on your electric stoves, put it on a 6, medium-high heat, and you want to brown your meat. Look at that. That looks good. Actually, I feel like I should have added more pork. I think I'm going to cut some more. I did add a little bit more pork because it was just kind of chintzy. So the gandules are done. So I'm just going to start compiling our rice. And then we will add that. So I did brown it. Now what I want you to do is add a 1/3 cup of oil, vegetable oil, not olive oil. We may have to add a little bit more to that. But we're going to start off with a 1/3 cup of oil. Vegetable oil, corn oil. Just don't do olive oil if it's not going to cook well when you're doing your pork. Now this pork, I'm just going to keep on mixing it around. Let it cook. Get a little crunchy, hopefully. If not, not a big deal. And remember, when you are cooking your rice, the pork is also going to be cooking. We are ready to now start adding our sofrito and all the good stuff. Oh, that's going to be good. Oh, baby. I want to add my sofrito, homemade, of course. You can get my recipe. It's on there. And again, if you can't find some of the items, please just use garlic, whatever you can find. It's going to be better than the store-bought stuff. So this is a tablespoon, a heaping one. I'm going to add I'm doing my whole thing, which is about 3 tablespoons of sofrito. I'm going to add my sazon. So you want to cook that sofrito and the sazon and, you know, put that all together and let that cook for about 2 to 3 minutes, nothing crazy. Alright. Look at that. That already smells so delicious. I still have some sofrito in here, so I'm just going to add water to this so we can get all the deliciousness out. I'm making 2 cups of rice. So when you're making, I'm using long grain rice. If you're using the medium grain rice, the same water applies. So whatever rice that you would like to use, it's fine. So I'm going to add my 2 cups of rice. I'm going to add my gandules, which I take out of here because I like to know exactly what I'm measuring water-wise, so I don't use the water from here. You can use the water after I fish out the beans. That way I can measure it properly. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use that. So again, these are the frozen ones. If you're using a can, you're gonna go ahead and add the can. You can use the liquid if you like of the can. That's fine. I am going to use some of the water in here because I have some delicious sofrito. So this is 16 ounces, I believe. So I'm just going to top it off. And I'm going to go ahead and put 4 cups of water. And I want to mix it. Oh, look at that pork, guys. Is that not beautiful? I think it is. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and finish adding to make it 4 cups of water. Okay, and that's how it should look. It's not good. And now is your time that you're going to add salt. Now, I use kosher salt. You can use whatever salt you like. And you're going to use... I like to make my rice, when I add salt, it should be slightly salty. But you're going to add salt to your liking. That's how I prefer it. Perfect. Remember, as I said before, this is now, when you're cooking your rice like this, you're going to keep that on a medium-high heat. Okay? And the key to a really good pot of rice is not to mess with it. You want to let that boil, absorb. That's when you mix it, and then you cover it, and you don't keep messing with it. It's going to let it do its thing. So we're going to wait for this to boil, and then we're going to mix it and then cover it. Okay, that's how you want it to look. So from this point, I want you to, now you're going to lower your heat to low, and this is when we're going to mix it. Okay. And what I like to do is just kind of put it in a mound there, and we're going to let this cook for about another 15 to 20 minutes on low. And you're going to cover it at this point. Again, we don't mess with the rice. We're going to let it do its thing for about 15 minutes. Come back, we'll turn it and cover it again for about another 10 to 15 minutes. See that? It's nice and fluffy. You're going to mix it, cover again. Don't mess with it. Keep it on low for another 10 to 15 minutes until it's done. Okay, look at that. See the pork in there, guys? Yep. We're going to take a sample of this puppy. We got to get some meat in here. Look at that deliciousness. That's going to be good for dinner. Okay, guys. Look at this deliciousness. Oh, missed it. This is good. Thank you for joining me on the Anewyoricanthing Kitchen. Hope you make this recipe. Keep on following. I'll have more videos. Have a great day.